Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tony and this is TC's Outdoors. So we are in the garage, so I guess it's TC's Indoors. Again, the weather has got us locked up inside, but if you see over my shoulder, there is Natalie, my little helper. So we are in the garage making fire starters today. It's Tuesday, March 14th, and it's a snow day. The governor shut our state down. There is the nor'easter blowing up the coast and pummeling New York State pretty much the entire thing. So I guess she was worried about road conditions, and it's not terrible out. We've had worse, but some of the snowfall totals, if they get what they're predicting, is like 18 to 30 inches, and I don't want anything to do with that. So winter is officially over, and it just finally got here. So isn't that just the way it's going to be? So we're in the garage trying to make some fire starters. Not trying, we are. We're going to make some fire starters. I'll throw the time lapse of me filling these cups. So there is all the cups that are full of pine shavings. All I use for that is pet bedding that we have readily available because of the chickens. So there's always a bale of the premium softwood flakes laying around here, at least a half a bale anyhow. So a little goes a long way. It's compressed pretty hardcore in there, and it's only $6 for that thing. So I can't imagine how many 2-ounce cups of pet bedding I could get out of one of those bales, and we'll never know because I'm not going to count them all. But either way, what are we doing? We're melting the wax. Natalie likes to melt the wax. So over here we've got this little melter. Is it done?
Yes, it is done. Okay,
so Natalie's going to take the camera, and I'm going to do the pouring, and we'll go from there. So over here, Nat. So you see these 3 rows here, I've already done.
You can see the color difference.
Yeah, there's definitely a color difference. So what I'm trying to do is make some rhyme or reason of how much I get. So this is about 1 pound of wax in this kettle, and if I care ever so gently and try not to pour it all over the place, I can get 36 cups out of 1 pound of wax, and that seems to be the ticket. We did a test burn. Maybe I'll do that sometime, but not today because obviously it's snowing terribly outside. But Natalie and I did a test burn the first time that we did these, and I didn't want to try to sell something that I wasn't really sure that it would burn or wouldn't, and they burned really well. I was kind of surprised on how well they burn. We threw a couple of dry little pieces underneath, or actually on top of it, and we had a fire in the snow. So it does a good job. So that's my goal, is to get 36 out of 1 pound. I guess just so I have some type of measurement to kind of guide myself on. And then sometimes they're a little light. I'll have to come back and refill a couple of them if they're loose still after the wax is dried or cooled. And once it's cooled, we've got some pretty nice packaging I'm going to show you guys here in a second. So that's my 36, and it's just about gone. That's it. Natalie's got a sneeze. She's making a funny face at me behind the camera. Alright, so to prevent the smoke, we'll wipe the bottom of that off. And we'll put that back up on the burner. And this little bag, actually all of it, I bought off of Amazon. So this was a 10-pound bag I bought the first time I made these. The way I do everything, usually, which drives my wife crazy sometimes, is I kind of go overboard. So I decided that we were going to make more of these, and I used all the cups the first time. So the first time I only bought 250 cups, and I used the whole thing. So I was checking on Amazon, and I came up with that thing. That's way cheaper, but that's 5,000 of them. So I don't know how many years it'll take me to sell 5,000 of these fire starters, but either way, that's the way I operate. So it was cheaper. You know, they are cheaper each. That's not cheaper up front. And then same thing with the wax. I bought a 45-pound bag of wax, which was way cheaper than buying it. You know, the higher volume you buy, the cheaper it gets. Unfortunately, it costs you a little more up front, but I'm sure I'll make it all back. I kind of did the same thing with the racks and the covers for the racks. I haven't sold any of those, and I've already have enough to make 11 racks, and I have 11 covers, so I've got about $500 tied up into that too. But I think those will sell too, so I'm optimistic. But either way, so we got more wax melting. While that wax is melting, we will talk about the stand. So the firewood stand for my brother's house is complete. It's kind of hard to see with the table in the way there, but
Let me like zoom up in it.
no, it's good. So the pricing, I think 7 each and 3 for 20. And then I have the fire starter rack over there. So check out the packaging. I've got 12 in a bag. We made a little label to go on there. I say we, I'm taking credit for that. My wife did those. And then the little rack for them. So I think I'm going to try to sell a dozen of those for $10. And we'll see how they sell. And if the pricing is good, then if I sell out of them, I'll raise the price. If I don't sell any, I'll lower. You know how that goes. So we've got some signage for the sides of it. I'm trying to draw as much attention to it as I can. I put the same sign on both sides. It's similar to the one outside, so I got these signs made custom on signs.com. I'm not affiliated, but if you're looking for a sign, it's super easy. You just create your artwork in like Canva or something like that, drag it over, and decide what size you want, how many grommets you want, per so many inches and all that. And obviously the price goes up with the more custom features that you add, but all in total for these two signs, it was like $86 shipped. So not terrible, I don't think, as far as advertising. These signs could sell $80 worth of firewood in the first day that it's out there if you get enough traffic going by it. You just got a stack of pallets sitting in your front yard. Nobody knows what you're doing until you throw a firewood sign on it. So I'm optimistic I'm pretty optimistic about everything today, aren't I? That must be the word that pays. And there's a spider. Got it. Spider making its way up into the mic. Isn't that weird? So that's the signage. The only thing I added a little different than the one out front is I have the check us out on Facebook, and I've got delivery, which I'm going to, if you haven't checked out the TC's Outdoors Facebook page, scoot over there and check it out. I'm going to be advertising the bundles on there. So I'm going to deliver, I think I'll deliver 13. So I'll do like the baker's dozen. I see a lot of guys doing that. So I think with delivery, 13 bundles I'll deliver for $100, kind of like in my area. And that's where I'm going to advertise the 20-inch bundles too. So a lot of you guys said that I should sell some 20-inch bundles. So that's where I'll be doing that. So it's pretty much just a TC's Outdoors update that we got going on today. It's the weather has just kind of got me held up inside. It's been bad all week, and it looks like next week's not going to get a whole lot better. We got rain and warm temperatures for a couple days, and then more snow. So either way, if it's not snow, it's going to be mud. But
New York for you.
That's right. It is New York for you, says Natalie. So, all right, we'll continue melting some wax, and we'll get a few more filled, and then I'll bring you guys back as we do some packaging. So that'll be a while though, because it takes a little bit for these to cool. Actually, theirs are cool already. Make a liar out of me. So either way, we'll be back. Okay, so here is the packaging, and I got all of it off of, you guessed it, Amazon. So if you're looking to make these, I'll throw a link in the description for everything I use. Even the little kit with the burner and the kettle that we use, that came off of Amazon too, the first go around. So basically, you just wait until they've cooled down, and I can get 12 of these guys into a bag. Well, maybe if I can set it down. And, like I mentioned, there's no real rhyme or reason. Basically, all I'm going for is to be able to turn it upside down, and there's enough wax in there that it holds all the chips and shavings and everything in there. And that's how I think I know how much it's supposed to have. So, and then I just throw 12 of them in there, and I've got another board just like that one to put on my roadside stand in front of my house, and I just took a hole punch, punched a hole in there so I can slide it over. I've got some threaded rod just that I threw on there, and that is the finished product. So I may end up purchasing another barcode and getting some professional labels made for these, depending on how they sell, because local to us there is a co-op that we get our food from for the chickens, and they are huge into pushing local, so I could probably market them there, maybe do okay there if I sold them for them, you know, sold them wholesale or whatever, but we'll see. I do have, so in the time lapse you'll notice I've got that little bucket right there, and I stand and look at the TV that's off right now, but when I'm making them I stand here and watch TV while I'm doing it, so that I've got something to do as I'm filling the cups, because that's kind of time consuming. And then yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then, so as I've told you before, I've been busy. So there's 45 bundles on that pallet there, and then there's another 17 over here on this stand. I'm just kind of using it for storage because I can't get it outside yet because of the snow. So as soon as the driveway's cleared off and I don't have to deal with any more snow, so I can get this thing out of here, I'm going to. And then I'm going to get another pallet or two and get them set up here, and then hopefully get, I don't know, 100, 200. We'll see how many bundles I can get made and get accumulated before the season really kicks off. So that's the plan, but just thought I'd give you guys a quick update. So Natalie and I, hello Natalie. Natalie's playing with a burner. So we're gonna call it a video today though, so I appreciate you guys watching. If you're into this kind of stuff, please hit the like and subscribe, and take it easy guys. We'll see you. Say bye. There you go. That was weird, wasn't it?